What's going on, good people? So, Bungie just dropped a Season 21 Weapons Changes preview. So, this is what's going to be happening next season. Get you a little bit of popcorn while I break down the little novel for you, alright? Let's get into it. Alright, so here's a little look, like an actual look, y'all. So, they're changing weapon reticles, right? Hipfire reticles and FOV specifically. I'll get into them details, but look at how that's going to look. So this is Trinity Ghoul. Check out the reticle. Pay attention to the reticles on Hipfire, right? Fusions. Okay, there's a sword. Yep, there's the sword. All right, what they switch to? All right, check this out. This I like. This is Ace of Spades, right? So now you see the 6 dots for Memento Mori to show you how many like charge shots you have for the perk, which is nice. Check out SMGs. They changed that up. All right, this was aim down sights too as well, it seems like. All right, so hipfire reticles and FOV, right? They say we've rebuilt the reticles for the following weapon types. That's fusion rifles, hand cannons, sidearms, and trace rifles, so that they move more visibly at high FOV while still conveying the current state of the weapon accurately. We plan to update other weapon reticles in a similar way in a future release. Shotgun reticles also now scale with FOV, such that the reticle will closely match the pellet spread regardless of your selected FOV. Alright. So they have charge meters as well. I don't know if y'all picked up on that. Fusion rifles now have a charge meter under the reticle, and sword reticles now show the current sword guard energy. Alright, experimental aim down sights reticle. We've been experimenting with an approach that keeps the hand-built aesthetics of a weapon's sights or scope, but replaces the center crosshair or red dot with a variant of the hipfire reticle. We decided that we get this into your hands and see how it feels in the live game before looking into this type of reticle further. So for Shayora's Wrath, now has an aim down sights reticle that reacts to the weapon's accuracy and auto aim state and ties into red reticle, meaning this will change color when an enemy that's within the weapon's engagement range is under the reticle. So we saw that in the little video, right? So it looks like what this was saying up here is that whatever the scope makes the reticle look like when you aim down sights, they're trying to transfer that over. So let's see, we decided we get this into your hands, see how it feels in the live game before. We've been experimenting with an approach that keeps the hand-built aesthetics of a weapon's sights or scope, but replaces the center crosshair or dot with a variant of the hipfire reticle. Okay, so they mean in general. Got you. I had to read it one more time. My bad. All right, so they're just replacing the middle reticle, but they're keeping the unique sights for everything. So how that hipfire reticle looked in the video earlier, they're going to try to transfer it over to the sight in general. Alright. Custom exotic weapon reticles. Plenty of exotic weapons have perks with states or counts that are important information for players. We've added reticle elements to show these to several exotic weapons. Note that some exotic weapons already convey their state very clearly and weren't included in this pass. Alright, y'all ready? The specific additions to exotics are charge meter added to exotic weapons whose base weapon type doesn't typically have a charge meter, including Devil's Ruin, Salvation's Grip, and Grand Overture. A perk counter shows pips for perk shots for Quicksilver Storm Grenade count, Ace of Spades Memento Mori, Lumina Noble Round Shot count, Traveler's Chosen Gathering Light stacks. There's going to be perk progress meter showing perk buildup for the Manticore. Then the perk active shows when the exotic perk is active for Hawkmoon, Agriceptor, Terrible, Touch of Malice, Cryosthesia 77k, and Trinity Ghoul. And there will be a charge meter and perk counter for Vex Mythic class. I like those. I think those are good changes. More visual. Oh, it's crazy because it's simple, but I think this is gonna blow your mind. Cause we wanted this for so long. We were just talking about this on stream too. But check it out, y'all. Let me show you rather than just tell you. Look what we're gonna be able to do now. Look what we finally gonna be able to do. Oh, does this make anybody like happy? Hype? Look at this. Look at this, y'all. I know it's a very simple thing. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? Alright, with the release of Season of the Deep, we're also doing an overhaul to the way we showcase weapons and other items in the inspection screen. Rotate them around the same way you would a sparrow or piece of armor. Added support for ambient VFX to play for weapons that have them. This applies to your inventory and also when inspecting ornaments in the Eververse store. These tech improvements have had compounding benefits, enabling us to also allow you to rotate ships and preview their contrails. We've also removed the depth of field blur from our weapon, ship, and armor preview screens to allow you to see all the angles of your gear better. And then remember they talked about this a while ago, full auto melee, y'all. We've implemented a matching full auto melee setting that allows you to continue melee attacking with your fist, charge melee, sword, glaive, or roaming super melee by holding down the appropriate input. That's going to be a good change no matter what. Alright, weapon archetypes are getting some changes. So for bows, Tyranny of Heaven stats were always weirdly low, and we were touching these weapons anyway, so opted to update his stats while we were in there. They said we were touching these weapons anyway, but they didn't say anything else about bow. Did they miss something? Huh. Okay, we'll just roll with this for now. Submachine guns. I know y'all saw this coming. I told y'all this was gonna happen. I know y'all saw this coming for Immortal. So look, here we go. Reduce base damage from 15 to 14. Remember, this is all machine guns now. Increase precision hit multiplier from 1.45 to 1.5. Crit damage goes from 21.8 to 21. The Immortal is getting reduced base range value by 10. I know y'all saw that coming. Are y'all happy with this? I know some people right now doing backflips because they just tired of seeing it in PvP. But are y'all happy with this? I don't know how I feel about all SMGs having to take a hit, but we'll see. I do notice that fusion rifles are not on here, y'all. Fusion rifles are not on here, spoiler alert. Anybody who knows me knows that I have a very specific feeling towards fusion rifles in PvP, but hey, this ain't about me. Alright, reduce base range value by 10 for the Immortal again. Sniper rifles. Increase PvE damage by 10%. Note, Izanagi's Burdens honed edge perk shots don't receive this buff. All other exotic snipers receive the buff as written. Why you do Izanagi's like that? I remember when that was just the GM weapon. I miss it. Scout rifles. Long arm was inadvertently receiving the damage bonus versus minors for exotics, so we addressed that. Alright, now what you came to see, y'all, exotic weapons are getting tuned, some of them. Eyes of Tomorrow. Killing 4 targets with a missile volley will refund 1 ammo. Graviton Lance is getting a bunch of changes. Increase RPM from 257 to 300. Reduce burst delay by 20%. Now matches Revision Zero's hockey heavy rounds rate of fire. Rebalance damage per shot. Increase first shot damage from 9.5 to 19 for body shots and 15.7 to 31.4 for crit. Decrease second shot damage from 35.6 to 25.6 for body shots and from 58.7 to 42.3 for crits. So they pretty much just trying to front load it more because the damage used to be back loaded more when it came to the burst shots, right? So I think that should be a good thing. I feel like it should be. All right, Jade Rabbit, check this out. Added buff text to show when Fate of All Fools increased body shot damage is active, and quickly hitting 3 critical hits now refunds 3 shots instead of 1. Alright, the Manticore. Increase the catalyst damage resistance from tier 3 to tier 4. Increase movement speed during hang time. Activating the catalyst perk through an airborne kill or sustained damage following an airborne kill now partially refills the magazine. So Manticore with the catalyst is getting a buff. Alright, for Lumina, increase noble rounds cap from 5 to 6. Heart Shadow, damage increase now activates quicker while invisible after 0.25 seconds instead of 1. Heart Shadow now weakens upon dealing any damage while the damage increase is active. Alright, World Line Zero, check this out. The sprinting heavy attack can now be chained into itself once. Sword Guard energy cost from each sprinting heavy attack reduced from 100 to 50%. Decrease damage from an individual sprinting heavy attack by 25% to compensate. Now, I know y'all see this thing. Alright, this is gonna sound crazy, y'all. This is gonna sound wild, but Sweet Business is going to now fire explosive rounds every 20 shots. Huh? What? Excuse me? Alright, how do y'all feel about that one? Alright, Legend of Acreus. Increase total ammo from 12 to 16. Increase maximum projectile distance from 9 meters to 12. It's getting a buff. That's just a straight up buff. Good to see. Tommy's Matchbook. Catalyst updated. While overheated, sustained fire scorches your target. Every 5 shots applies 14 plus 7. This is with the Ember of Ashes fragment. Scorch stacks. No time to explain. Updated drone to work with anti-barrier. Will break barrier champion shields and over-penetrate combatant shields. Updated drone to work with feeding frenzy. This is from the No Time to Explain catalyst. This also resolved an issue where the feedback for feeding frenzy would always play when the player spawned and never again. And for Skyburner's Oath, it's going to increase scorch stacks from 3 to 5 and 5 to 10 with the Ember of Ashes fragment. Alright. People been saying for a long time, Salvation's Grip is getting tuned, y'all. Finally, if you don't know what the hell Salvation's Grip is, it is that Beyond Light Stasis Exotic Grenade Launcher. Check this out. Reworked to have 2 firing modes. Charge Shot creates a pattern of stasis crystals where the number of crystals is no longer dependent on charge time. Uncharged Shot is a normal grenade launcher shot which does more damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. And then they added a new perk that reloads the magazine from reserves when you quickly shatter at least 3 crystals with the uncharged shot. How do y'all feel? Was that good? On paper, I know we gotta use it to see how it feels, but on paper, how do you feel about that? We've been waiting for that thing to be usable for years. All right, bad juju. Fixed an issue that was causing the weapon to recoil like an auto rifle, making it harder to control. The recoil pattern will now be similar to other pulse rifles. For fighting Lion, fixed an issue that was causing this weapon to do more damage than intended to red bar combatants. For Thunderlord, when I saw Thunderlord, y'all, I got really scared for a second, but this is what they're doing. Fixed an issue resulting in hits against a divinity bubble counting as 2 crits instead of 1. For the Winterbite Stasis Glaive, the impact damage has been removed and redistributed to the detonation damage. The self-damage scaling has been tuned to account for the increased damage of the detonation. Alright, some perks are getting tweaked too. So Fragile Focus, bonus lasts until shield pop, returns when the shield regenerates to 100%. Thresh, Demolitionist, and Pugilist grants increased energy to glaive projectile kills. For Reconstruction, the base perk will now last 4 seconds, and the enhanced perk 3.5 seconds. Alright, if y'all want to hear that one, it has been simplified under the hood so that we can place the perk on more weapons without exceeding perk budgets. This results in a slight change to the timing of the perk, where the initial timer and the cooldown timer between reloads has been unified. Alright, so this is the cooldown. This is not the actual perk itself. Just to clarify, this is the cooldown timer. So that's 4 seconds for the base perk and 3.5 for enhanced. Alright, Shoot the Loot. Shoot the Loot is gonna be able to pick up orbs of power as well. Currently, this works on direct hits. The ability for orbs to be picked up with weapon detonations will be added in a future patch. Is that cool? Who out there using Shoot the Loot? Anybody who uses it out there, let me know, because I'm sure you're gonna like this. Alright, the future. We're in the process of redesigning how Zoom interacts with damage fall off. There's also a big sword update coming, with the goal of making guarding substantially more valuable. In the more distant future, we're working on an update to Sparrows that will allow players to use their favorites instead of always on time. So, you know what I'm thinking that's gonna be? Kind of, ornaments for sparrows. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna get sparrow ornaments. Whatever sparrow we have, we can just make another sparrow look like that sparrow, which I'm good with, because people who know me know what sparrow I always roll with. But how do y'all feel about these changes? Feeling good? We happy? I think a lot of these things are small but good quality of life changes. And if there was something that I think is missing from here, is fusions. Oh, wait. Is this no, I'm sorry. This is from another twab. I'm always mad about fusions. PP, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. But anyway, is there an exotic weapon you wish was on this list to get retuned that they missed? Let me know. As always, thank you for being here. Likes, subs, especially comments really help me with the algorithm. So if you want to help me out, best way to do that. I appreciate y'all. Please take care of yourselves, and I'm out.